In the United States alone, there are 6.5 million animals in the animal shelter, according to ASPCA. 3.3 million of them are dogs, and 3.2 million of them are cats. The Pocatello Animal Shelter needs our help by volunteering. I am going to propose that we should volunteer more, which will help increase the animals' socialization and their human interaction. Us volunteering at animal shelters will also help with funding. So my name is Persuasive.Petrovic, and I have volunteered at my local animal shelter. Not only did I do helpful duties, which increased my knowledge in animals, but I also interacted with numerous different animals, which increases my credibility and understanding of animals. So I love all animals. I have 3 dogs myself. I've had many different other species growing up. And now I'm going to tell you guys a little story that I had encountered while volunteering at the animal shelter. So one of my duties was kind of taking care of the smaller dogs, and I was just strolling through the aisles of the little dogs, and just one caught my attention. It was a little Chihuahua mix, and he was just staring at me with his little beady eyes, and he was all black with some little white and gray because he was a little old man. And I took him out, and he just lit up knowing that he was going to have human interaction, and I took him in our little play area, and he was so excited, jumping, and I was playing with him, and I could just see his eyes light up that he got to be with a human, and this really just lit up my heart. And I was not able to adopt him, but another great family adopted him, which really put him into a loving forever home. So now I am going to talk about my 2 arguments. So first, I am going to say that volunteering at the animal shelter prepares animals for adoption, according to Odyssey. So animal shelter animals, they're either stray, lost, or abandoned, which makes them have little to no human interaction. So increased contact in animals, increased human interaction with animals, helps them become more socialized, which, according to Project Positivity, increases their attractiveness. So the more socialized an animal is, the more attractive there is. The more attractive an animal is, the more likely they are going to get adopted, according to Project Positivity. So now that we know volunteering helps animals, we are going to see how they help the shelters. So according to Medium, it helps animal shelters stay afloat. A lot of animal shelters are nonprofit with little to no funding, and they are also understaffed. So there are numerous duties to do in a day at an animal shelter. Trust me, I would know. And some of them include working with animals and doing general kennel duties, according to the Pocatello Animal Shelter. So many of these different duties require a lot of attention and time. So now that we discussed the benefits of volunteering at animal shelters, we are going to find what is wrong with these different arguments. So my first objection is that people don't want to support animal shelters because they euthanize animals. There are credible reasons for why this is done. Animals are either sick, they're aggressive, they have injury, according to American Humane. And these are probable causes to take them out of their misery or to prevent disease. If a dog is really sick and other dogs can get sick and there's no way to cure him, it's probably best to take him out of his misery. So if we can volunteer by helping socialize dogs, that will make the dogs more attractive, which will decrease euthanization rates. So now we know that euthanization is one thing that people don't like about shelters. Next, we are going to talk about our second refutation. So my next objection is that people fear animals, which is also called zoophobia, according to Fear Of. So there is a specific list of phobias, which are the most common phobias, and animals is listed under it according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. According to Medline Plus, fear can be cured through exposure. So there is a thing called exposure therapy, which really helps you overcome your fear by changing your response to an animal that makes you scared, according to Mayo Clinic. So, for example, if you are scared of snakes, if you interact more with snakes, or if you even watch videos more of snakes and you slowly move your way up, you will most likely overcome your fear. I am living proof that this does work. I have always been scared of dogs specifically ever since I was a young girl, and really going to the animal shelter and interacting with animals numerous times a day really helped me overcome my fear, and I actually have little to no fear of dogs anymore. So now that we looked at our different objections, we can see that they do not minimize how volunteering at animal shelters is beneficial to not only the animals but the facilities themselves. So we know that volunteering helps shelters. It not only helps the animals, but it helps the facilities, and it helps the animals get adopted, and it decreases congestion. So we know that volunteering increases socialization of the animals, which increases their attractiveness, which increases their chance of getting adopted, which decreases their chance of getting euthanized. So you can help by volunteering and making the animals more adoptable. You can also help by volunteering, which gives the animal shelters more resources to buy other things such as food or different vet costs such as vaccinations and whatnot. So I want you to show your support by volunteering at animal shelters. The Pocatello Animal Shelter is accepting all volunteers. They have their applications open. All you have to do is just go to Pocatello Animal Shelter, and you can just go under applications, volunteering, and you can click the link and you can just fill out the application, and you are good to volunteer.